My name is Victor Chigozie. Uyenu. The highest UTME score in my state, Plateau State, is 358. And by the grace of God, that is my score, 358. The UTME challenge is designed to simulate the actual exams experience. You are sent to gather and solve questions and submit like the actual exam, but with a more competitive side. It prepared me a lot in terms of time management. I had to learn to ration time to different subjects based on their different requirements. My actual score was 358, while my challenge score was 346, making a difference of 12 points. So from your actual score, from your challenge score, you should be able to predict what your real score will be. And if your score is not up to the cutoff mark or up to what you desire, you know you need to practice harder and pray harder.
First, I am Pastor Mecca Okafor, the pastor, the senior pastor of the Joyous City Ministry International, Jos Plateau State. Victor Chigozie Uyenu is my spiritual son, a good son indeed. His result makes me feel great, and he makes me to be proud of him. And again, it makes me to believe that God answers my prayers.
I am Mrs. Vivian Patrick Uyenu, and I'm the mother of Victor Chigozie Uyenu. Made me feel very happy, very proud that I have a son that is so intelligent, and God has blessed him with that wisdom to have achieved that. And I'm so grateful to God for that.
The app has many features such as the practice tests, the classroom, the literature texts, the educational games, and many others I can't mention. The ones that helped me most were the practice tests and the classroom. Even the fun facts at the bottom helped me. I learned a lot of fun facts from them, like how imaginary fighting, the proper term is sayamaki, something I can't forget. It made learning fun. The classroom feature is made up of two major parts. They are the notes and then the exercises. Now, it helped me a lot because though the notes were short, they were well explained. It's the shortness, the brevity of the notes catered for the short attention span of people these days. Many students are unwilling to read long texts, but with the conciseness of the notes and how well explained they were, I could understand a lot from the YouTube. Yes, you can study notes and take the tests. For you to pass that test, you must get at least 80 and above, 80% and above. So if you don't get if you get 70, you know you have to go back again and study. And we take the test. It created resilience in the students, and in me especially. I did not use the AI tutor. Most of the time while I studied, I wasn't connected to internet. The reason was, as I used the laptop, if I found something that interested me, I would go to internet and search. Now, as I went to internet, I realized that every time I went, I would find something more interesting that would distract me from my study, which was something I was not prepared for. I wasn't ready to take. So I decided that unless I did the UTME challenge, I would not connect to the internet, except for something that was very important. Because everything I needed to understand was in the classroom. We have to learn how to focus on what is at hand, the tasks at hand. Because if I learned focus, I would have been able to use the tutor more. And I realized that the tutor was very helpful because recent times I could use it to answer questions like other AI like ChatGPT. I've been working with AI and I realized how nice working with them is. Yeah, they are like human beings, but they must not be present. So if I had the chance to use the AI tutor more, I would have. And I recommend it to students everywhere. To me, after God life study, yes, we are told to study social skills approved. So I took that to heart. As I was young, I can remember myself sitting down to read while others would play. I have to, because if I answer to God, He will ask me, "Did I use my time?" Yes, I did, and I can boldly say, "Yes, I am doing using my time well." My father, when I was in just one, taught me SS3 math topics. My mother would always sit down and tell me to read. My family would always be about reading. Also, my father, he taught me from a very young age the importance of reading. He would buy for me books when other parents would buy for their children stuff like toys. I'd have books. I remember one of the first books I read was this book, The White Wizard. My father bought it for me. He would take time out of his day after coming to work to teach me things that senior students in SS3 that I was taught this year, things I learned in JS1, and I haven't forgotten them yet. So to me, my family, everybody's about study. No matter what, even sometimes how much you use technology, you must read. So to me, study should you should have a study life. Study should be your life. I'm always on my laptop, always on it. So and most of the time I use the app. So every day, one of my most used apps is TestDriller, because it prepared me a lot. I knew that I was going in for a challenge. I needed to excel. I was going to my Lions then. I needed to come out victorious. So thank God, because He brought me here. I was also searching for things that could help me propel me further into schooling, because I know that here in our country our resources are very limited. So I realized that if I wanted to pursue my dreams of studying in a much better place now, I would need to study harder, because most times our parents can't afford most of the schooling we have, most of the schooling we need. So I was looking for a way to use my study to support my parents financially. That's another reason why I decided to sit down and study. The TestDriller app helped me, because I remember the first time I took a practice test, the first time I installed the app, my score was around 289. And with about a few months of practice, I managed to reach up to a score of 346. And that is by no means a small feat. It is only God who could do it. And He did it through the app. So I would suggest this to other students. I suggested to students that I knew that are currently about to enter the SS3. And I suggest to students nationwide, if you know you want to excel in your exams, find a good app to study, and the app that I would suggest is TestDriller.
My prayer for Victor Chigozie Uyenu is that he will not stop halfway. And I pray that the God that has helped me will help him. That all the things he needs, the support, both the finances, whatever he needs, that God will make it available for him. And I pray that the wisdom that he needs to go far, I pray that God will release that wisdom upon him. And I pray that he will continue in the way of the Lord, because the way of the Lord is what matters in this life. And I pray that the fear of God will be on him. And I pray that the wisdom and the knowledge he needs to go far, may the Lord give it to him.
First of all, I must mention God, because no one can do it by their strength. He helped me a lot. He gave me the natural lust for books. I desired to read. From a very young age, I could remember myself when I was in primary school. I would be reading while the rest of my classmates come and ask me to play. I would say, no, I'm still busy. God gave me that desire to read. And because of that desire, I am where I am today. Second would be my family. They inspired me, they motivated me, and they kept me going. My father, from a very young age, taught me everything I would need to know. I remember that when I was in JS1 or so, he started teaching me matrices, determinants, SS3 math stuff, and I understood and learned it then. Even helping me in technology, got me my first computer, taught me how to use it, how to type, everything like that. Even my mother too, with the time, she taught me about a lot of stuff that I needed to know about school. She would sit me down, talk to me about how school is going. Then see that what she knows in her area of expertise, she would use to teach me. My siblings, They'll always be there. My other sister will tell me that I should read harder, I should read harder. My younger siblings there, I could teach them, and as I thought I would understand. Lastly, Mr. Samuel Audu, he suggested the app and helped us install it. And thanks to him, I have what I have today. He played a big part in who I am, and I thank him a lot.
I will encourage parents to do more research on apps, on programs that will help their children educatively, which they will use for their future. They encourage and they put the children to be one of the best in their studies, apart from the knowledge they get from the school and from other places. But app can improve their own more.